Handball to Pendlebury. Pendlebury now will kick it inside the 50 for the Maggies. It's a wide ball. Elliott! He took it just inside the line. Just inside the line, Jamie Elliott. This is going to be a tough kick, but he is the man for the moment. He is the clutch player of the competition, Jamie Elliott. He's done this so often. Edges out to the right. Jamie Elliott, kick on the way. Jamie Elliott has nailed the goal. You knew he would.
You certainly did. That's the trouble with getting someone like Jamie Elliott on the show, is that you spend half the day actually filtering through his highlights, Richo. He's done that so many times in his career that with most players, you go, oh yeah, just get that highlight. That's the good one to play.
How good is it, though, listening to those? You can listen to those back as many times as you like, and it's just always going to be entertaining, isn't it?
I'm not sure Jamie's like you, Richo. I know you watch a lot of your own highlights.
No, he's not like that.
No, I'm not sure Jamie's
very modest man.
He makes his debut on Wide World of Sports. Welcome to the show, Jamie.
G'day, Sam. Hey, Richo.
How are you, Jamie?
Been another great year for you personally, Jamie. 38 goals, 25, kicking beautifully again. But more importantly, another great year for the team. And what an opportunity you guys have on Friday night to get into a grand final.
Yeah, I think we definitely built off last year, and I think having another year under Fly and his game plan and the people in our team and the recruitment that we did in the off season. We're in a really good position right now and excited to this week.
Hey, Jamie, I'm fascinated with the bye. Obviously, if you win in the first week, you have that long break. I think it's 28 days, one game for you guys by the time you run out. It is talked about a lot, and the stats have changed. It is the numbers say that you do lose more now after winning and qualifying. Do you change anything around your training? Are you doing anything a little bit more intensely at training just to try and counter against that?
Yeah, I think, that's up to the high performance guys, but I don't know what the stats are, but I think the biggest thing is you probably want to try and emulate a game on that bye. So we had a really solid hit out on the Friday, and then we got straight back into it on Sunday. So I think it's just making sure that you get the runs in the legs over that weekend that you don't play, and you set yourself up to play an actual game.
We know Craig loves his themes. What's he got running through this final series? Is there something you can share with us?
My lips are sealed. I can't share it.
I had to try, Jamie.
No, I like it. I've been prompted not to say it, so I'm sorry.
It's quite funny, Jamie, because I think it was Ryan Burton in Adelaide Radio. Was it last week, Richard, or before the qualifying final?
He let it out, did he?
What was the Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So maybe
I've seen that.
Maybe the Pies and Jamie have learnt from that. So, Jamie, I was looking at your career earlier today. I think this is your fourth prelim, yet to play in a grand final. You've got plenty of teammates who have been there, and plenty that haven't. What's that urge and that desperation like for you? Because you played really well in the prelim last year against Sydney. You kicked 2 goals too, but that desperation, I assume, to play on the big stage, particularly for someone like you, I feel like is built for that, must be just driving you.
Yeah, I think, the longer you're in it and the older that I'm getting, the premiership, winning a premiership is obviously the ultimate success, and the older you get, the more you want it. You know how much it'll mean to you. So I think, for me personally, it's honestly just trying to stay present and not think too far ahead. I think that's been the biggest thing, especially at the start of the final series, because your mind can wander and you're thinking about the granny, you're thinking about a prelim even before you've got there. So for me, obviously, the ultimate success is to win a flag. But I think for me right now is just staying present, and we've got a task ahead of us this Friday, and that's GWS, so my mind's set on that.
And that's probably maturity as much as anything, Jamie, isn't it? Like, you were playing in a prelim in your 15th game, 11 years ago. So your mind is what were you there in your early 20s or a teenager? Your mind then would have been racing towards the potential of a grand final, but you learn from that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think, even thinking back then, I've reflected on that, and I think I got dropped and then played in the semi and then played in the prelim, and I don't think I understood what it meant to be in that position, in that at AFL level. And now, being older, being more mature, I definitely don't take that for granted. So, I think it's just making sure that I'm mentally, like I said, just present and not worrying about the future and just worrying about my role, what I need to focus on in terms of preparation, recovery, getting myself ready for this game, and the outcome of that. So, yeah, it's like you said, it's just maturity and being at the club for so long.
Hey, Jamie, you're part of a forward line that when you go in, you score a goal more than any team since round 20, but you're 18th for inside 50s. Clearly, you'd like to go in a little bit more than that. What do you reckon that is? What do you got to fix up this week to go in a little bit more? Because that forward line, once you go in, you do score heavily. You just haven't quite been getting it in there enough.
Yeah, actually, funny you say that. I do cop a bit of slack because I get told that I tell them to kick it in more. So I'm like telling them to bomb it in whenever they get a chance rather than handballing it. And it's usually, I'm telling mids like Geordie and Nick and Pendles and that. So I have a good laugh about it. But yeah, we've got a potent forward line. So if we can get it in there, obviously we want to work it in surgically and we don't want to just bomb it in there because it plays in the hands of guys who roll off their opponents and fly for their marks. So I think it's just finding a good balance of when you're unpressured and you can drive forward and use up handballs and then get it in there, or you need a quick kick and just take territory. So, look, I'm all about getting a lot of forward entries. So it's good to know that we're making use of them though.
It's okay, Jamie. Richo never complained when he was playing about them not getting in early enough.
No, it's a common trait with forwards.
Well, he told everyone to clear out, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
that's right. That's a good point, Jamie. It's a great point.
You could do that back then, Jamie.
You couldn't do that now, Richard.
No, it's a team game. Now, what about the Giants? You mentioned bombing it in. They are a good intercept team. Like you guys, they can score off intercept. What are some of the key threats that you've looked at with the Giants that you've got to quell this week?
Yeah, look, I mean, they're a great team. They're really good around the ball. They move the ball really quickly. I think the biggest thing is our defence and stopping that and forcing them into some slow play. So, and then going the other way, I think we just need to worry about ourselves, to be honest, and how we want to move the ball. So it's more around us and what opportunities we leave out there, and if we can move the ball fast, and then options when we do, if we do get slowed, where we want to kick it, how we want to set up the field. I don't want to give too much away, but there's little things like that. So, yeah, it's probably more about us, to be honest.
Yeah.
We look at a couple of their strengths, but it's more about how we, as a collective, move the ball.
Pretty gut-wrenching for Tyler Adams, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, he works so hard, and he's already. I mean, it's only a minor injury from what I've been told, and he's already back running, and he's back into strength work. I think he was back running 2 days or 3 days after, so I don't think it's a major one. It was just a little one, but hopefully, without projecting too far ahead, that we can get the win for him, and then he makes himself available. But obviously disappointing that he's not out there this week.
Jamie, left field one, but given you're one of the best set shots in the competition, we had an interesting call to the show last night with Lee Matthews. He didn't know the answer. Maybe you will.
If you watch the footy, almost every player taking a shot for goal takes a mouth guard out, puts it in a sock or up the sweaty leg of his shorts before they have a shot for goal. Is it a comfort thing, or is it just habitual, or why do they need to do that?
Imagine trying to have a set kick with your teeth apart. If your mouth guard wasn't in, you'd actually have your teeth very close together. It's just an unnatural position when you're concentrating. And we know this from patients when we examine them. So it's not natural to have a bit of plastic between your teeth and your teeth apart.
Just tell us, why? What do you do with your mouth guard, Jamie, and why?
I'm wearing Invisalign at the moment. So it's like I'm not sure if you know what that is.
Yeah, I've been through it. Yeah, I've had them.
Yeah, so I'm wearing my top one when I'm playing, and I don't take that out when I have a set shot. But I'm assuming that, I'm guessing with other guys, it's just if they've got a mouth guard in, maybe they're tensing, like they're biting on it, or they're feeling tense so they're not relaxing, or they're just copying other players because other players do it and they've seen that growing up. I've got no idea. But
is your dentist
my Invisalign out? Is
your dentist aware that you're using your Invisalign as a mouth guard?
Well, the thing is, if I have a mouth guard, my teeth are moving with the Invisalign, so I'm going to have to keep moulding a new mouth guard. So I don't think I can do that.
Richard, what did you do?
I never wore one.
You never wore a mouth guard?
Never wore a mouth guard once, which is stupid, and I don't encourage any young person listening. But I just felt uncomfortable. I couldn't talk
You probably
properly.
didn't go near an opponent enough
Probably
to
a lot
wear
of
one.
uncontested marks.
Yes!
That's a compliment because you're so quick off the mark.
No. Jamie, I went through this before the show, and he went straight to AFL tables and reminded me that in the last 25 years, no one has averaged more contested marks.
Don't be silly.
right, okay.
No, I didn't do do that, Jamie. But I just couldn't. I was just uncomfortable. I just couldn't talk properly with a mouth guard in. Anyway,
Jamie,
that's what we all do.
It's been an incredible season. I was saying to Richo earlier in the show, you can feel walking down the streets in Melbourne like that September is here, made even more significant by the fact that Collingwood and Carlton are through to the second last weekend. Good luck on Friday night. There's going to be 95,000 plus there. The vast majority, of course, will be wearing black and white, and we hope you have a great game and play in your first grand final.
Yeah, thank you. I'll give a little shout out just to the Magpie Army. They've been massive. They've been turning up to our trainings all year, but especially over the final series. I think we had, I don't know how many today. It would have been in the thousands. So big shout out to them. I'm looking forward to running out there Friday and hearing them roar.
Good luck, Jamie.
Well done, Jamie. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Jamie Elliott, he's as good an interviewer as he is a player, and he's had another superb season, and he's going to be vital because there's not many like him.
No, he's unique because he can play like a leading forward, but he can play at ground level as well, and just such a smart forward. Reads the movement of the ball very, very quickly.
And reads this show well as well, clipping you for not wearing a mouthguard because you took a lot of uncontested marks.
I liked it.